The Game Awards are a very, very interesting thing to me. Because year after year, we all kinda hit it. Be it for which games won which awards, or which people weren't even considered to be nominated for said awards. As well as what was shown off, what wasn't shown off. So, today, I'd like to complain about 2021's. Yay. So, let's start off with the most important one, the Game of the Year. Now, in this category was Resident Evil 8 Village. I quite enjoyed the title myself. Psychonauts 2, a title which people have been waiting for years, and I really enjoyed it despite not having to wait as long for it. Metroid Dread, another game where people had to wait way too long for it. It Takes Two, a narrative two-player game about divorce that's an indie title, which, to be honest, the fact that made it all the way to, proper Game of the Year, even if it didn't win, which it did, we'll talk about that a bit later, it's very impressive. And another game which I forgot, so it probably doesn't matter. So all in all, yeah, pretty good. 3 of those games I really enjoyed. One of them I've completely forgotten existed, and actually it might have been Forza. Maybe, I don't know. But yes, 3 that I quite enjoyed, 1 I haven't played, and 1 that I've forgotten, so who knows if I've played it or not. Now, as I said, I went towards It Takes Two, which, yeah, sure, I don't know. I haven't played it, so I can't really give an opinion on if it's good or not. Personally, I wouldn't have given it to that, obviously enough. It would have been, well, maybe not Metroid Dread, probably Psychonauts 2 due to the, all the different elements of it, but still. So what about the other categories, and how did they irk me in some way? Well, first of all, we had Family Game. Now, Family Game, as is tradition, is like 90% Nintendo, because that's literally the only place they're legally allowed. And in this category was also It Takes Two, I believe. Now, It Takes Two is rated like 12 and up, so I don't agree that it should have won in that category, which it did. That's the only category Nintendo has a chance in, because they don't allow them into other ones for some reason, which I'll talk about later. So, it's a little unfair that a game for only people who are 12 and older won in the family category. Families, the thing which sometimes contains people who are under the age of 12. Next is music. Now, I completely forgot which one won this, but what I do know is that Nintendo didn't win, or didn't get anything into this category, which, that annoyed me in 2020 as well, because the Origami King, as many aspects I dislike about that game, I really like the music. So the fact that didn't get nominated, or anything got nominated really from Nintendo for that category, just does not make sense to me. The music of Nintendo games is one of, the most consistent thing out of them. Their soundtracks are always amazing. Even bloody Yoshi's New Island on the 3DS, that even had a couple good songs in it. So to always, year after year, have nothing from them in that category, it does not make any sense, I'm sorry. Next is the Labor of Love, or, repeated updates. I don't know what it's called, but essentially it means it's a game that came out years ago, but has continued to receive updates ever since. So, guess what was in this category, and guess what won? Genshin Impact. Or Genshin won the best mobile game. I forget, I don't care, it's garbage. Where in God's name was Terraria? Terraria has been out for many, many years now. And it has evolved from, let's be honest, just basic 2D Minecraft to arguably a better game than Minecraft. Minecraft may be better when it comes to creativity. Even then, in Terraria, there's more detailed blocks and shapes you can do. Still, Terraria is better in the sense of gameplay. It's got more than 2 bosses, which, if you count the Ravager or the Elder Guardian as a boss, I'm sorry, but no. It's got more than 2 bosses, it's got way more, item upgrades, way more items, way more difficulty as well. That's one thing I kind of dislike about Minecraft, it's so easy that the only way to get difficulty out of it is either by putting restraints onto yourself, oh, I can't do this, or putting mods on that add harder things. Well, Terraria, that game is proper difficult, and has 3 difficulty settings, normal, hard, and don't. And just this year, Terraria received its last major update, the final big one, so This is the last year it's eligible for this category, and yet it didn't win anything. But instead, oh yeah, let's put Fortnite up on there, yeah. Like, I enjoy Fortnite, okay? But I don't think it deserves that. Overwatch was there as well? No. Just no. I know, man. I have so many issues with the categories and what's picked for them. But I won't be talking about any of those grievances here because they're quite minor in comparison to the ones I just said. So, let's get on to the reveals. Now, Nintendo... Right. So, here's what my logic was, right? Every year prior, for a good couple of years now, since 2018, Nintendo has revealed a new Smash character. So, since they didn't have a Smash character this year, because they released the last one back, what, is October-ish? I don't remember, it's Sora, I don't care about them. So, that means they're gonna reveal something different. They're gonna show off more Breath of the Wild 2, or, oh, Metroid Prime 4, because Metroid Dread is available. I don't know. But they showed off nothing. They had 2 little blurb reels, just like, oh look, here's clips you've already seen of games you've already revealed. Okay, and here's games that are already out. Why? In fact, throughout the whole show, there was just very few Nintendo. You know, at the very start, they had little clips from games that will be in the Game Awards, and Nintendo, you know, Metroid Dread appeared for like 3 seconds. Then that's it. They were playing music from all the games leading up to the big Game Award. And once again, Nintendo appeared for like 3 seconds for a little bit of Metroid Dread music. Bam, gone. Like, I swear, they just did not want to be there whatsoever. And with how few award categories they were nominated for, I don't think the Game Awards wants them quite either. As I said, the fact that their games never get picked for best, you know, not even sound design, I don't think any Nintendo games were that this year or last year. Like, I don't get it. Now, Nintendo did win one award, this being the action category, which I'm really happy about. It was a really good, you know, boost for Metroid Dread for anybody who wasn't aware of the Metroid franchise beforehand. Though, let's be honest, an even better boost would have been to be there and be, look, we're going to announce remakes of the 4th one. Was it Metroid Fusion? Yeah, we're announcing remakes of Metroid Fusion, and we're going to put the 3DS remake of Samus Returns up onto the Switch. Yay! That would be a much better boost to sales, because people don't feel comfortable playing the 5th game in a franchise like playing the first 4, but when you're only giving people access to 1 and 3, you know, it kinda sucks. Especially considering that 1 is very old and has a much superior, in quite a lot of ways, remake of it on the Game Boy Advance, which, oh, you also haven't given people the chance to play. But this video won't be complaining about Nintendo. Okay, well, the next one will be, but not this one. Now, a big issue with the games that were revealed is just they all kind of blend together. Like, oh, look, here's a hyper-realistic game where there's a lot of dark, moody colors, and look, there's a scary thing. And then you move on to the next one, it's the same thing over and over. Sure, sometimes it's different genres, but even then, it's usually just the same looking thing over and over and over again, not being able to tell what it is till the logo appears. The Game Awards is 3 hours long. That is such a long and bloated amount of time. And yet, there wasn't that much revealed in it. You know, it's because after your big 5-minute long trailer, you'd have people coming up going, ah yes, well, you see, this game is another in a long installment from the Pee Pee Poo Poo strategy series. Like, I don't care, man. Now, what makes this even worse is that this took place on a weekday night. Now, if you don't live in America, which, if you don't know, I don't, then very likely the time that the Game Awards were on isn't going to be optimal. So if you're like a die-hard gaming fan, you know, and you've got a big work day next day, but you want to watch your Game Awards and not get spoiled on it, then you're gonna have to stay up to like 3 AM to watch the whole thing. And if you were a Nintendo fan doing that, like I was, then you just stayed up for hours and hours past what you really should have been, forgoing many hours of sleep, only to just see, oh wow, look, nothing from Nintendo, at least they won one of the categories. Like, hey, at least we got Sonic movie trailer, and we got the Sonic Frontiers, is it? Yeah, Sonic Frontiers, which is, as everyone aptly describes it, Sonic, but Breath of the Wild. So yeah, that's this year's Game Awards, at least everything I can remember from it. You know, mixed both the lateness of it, mixed with how bland many of the things were. I've forgotten most things about it, so those were the things that annoyed me to the point where it stuck in my head. So what I expect to see from next year's Game Awards, right? Well, because the Mario movie is releasing next year in winter, whatever that means, unless there's any delays, then I could very well see a trailer for it being at the Game Awards after the movie came out. You know, an accolades one where it's got all the critics saying, wow, it's amazing, wow! Even though chances are it might just be a generic kids film. Maybe it won't be. You know, I've still got a little bit of hope. You know, the casting choices other than Chris Pratt are pretty good, so... But still, Breath of the Wild 2 will also be there, but it will lose to Elden Ring, which, from what I've seen, looks like a Dark Souls game again. Wonderful. Kirby will be within the best family game category and lose it to The Last of Us 2. And Nintendo will have no other trailers bar that Mario Movie 1, which is just footage we've already seen with little splashes of, oh, we're critics and we say it's good on it. Right, there's certain theories people have been crafting about why Nintendo didn't show anything off at the Game Awards. Now, Nintendo would want to reveal something big at the Game Awards. Let's be honest, you know, you don't want to be wasting everybody's time like everybody else was there. Okay, never mind, maybe they could have shown off Wario's Woods 2. Even then, that's quite a big title. If you don't agree, you're stupid. So, people have been thinking, what if they actually withheld that big announcement for January Nintendo Direct? Now, I believe we will be getting a Direct, you know, January, February time. We haven't gotten a Direct in a good wee while now, so it makes sense. We also don't know that much about 2022, while also knowing quite a bit. You know, the second half of the year seems quite blank, other than the Mario movie, and possibly Breath of the Wild, so, you know, I could see one January, maybe, revealing more details about the up-and-coming Kirby game, talking about Arceus, which is very soon to release from said Direct, unless it comes after it, and some big announcement at the end of, hey look, Odyssey 2, but you play as Waluigi the whole time. Please, Nintendo, I'm begging you. Have a reveal trailer where Jump Up Superstar is covered by Waluigi. Nobody would dislike that. But hey, no, we can't be talking about Direct speculation, because that's another video I've got planned. Yeah, I've got a lot of videos planned. So, let's end this one here. If you have enjoyed it, please watch another one, and if you enjoy a couple of them, you know, maybe subscribe. I mean, I make content like this all the time, other than when my computer's broken, but all the time, so if you want to come back to this video at some point, leave a like. If you hate me, say you smell funny, or if you like me, say that. It's a very funny phrase. Anyway, bye-bye.